In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NBA game happening on May 17, 2023, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game. So 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NBA game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Miami Heat vs. Boston Celtics. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals takes place on Wednesday when the 8th seed Miami Heat take on the 2 seed Boston Celtics. The Heat defeated the Knicks in second round, winning 4-2 behind the strong play of Jimmy Butler. The Celtics defeated the 76ers in Game 7 with a record-breaking scoring performance by Jason Tatum. These teams split their regular season series 2-2 this season. The Miami Heat had a few days off after wrapping up their series against the New York Knicks in 6 games last Friday with a 96-92 win. The rest will be good, as the Heat have a lot of veterans like Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, and Kevin Love, who can use a few days off. The Heat, however, have done it without 2 key players, Victor Oladipo and Tyler Herro, both of whom got hurt in the playoffs. This will make their road to the finals that much tougher. It is really freaking hard to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, said Heat coach Eric Spoelstra, reported NBA.com. We've had our normal, big, audacious goals for this season, but when you get to one step like this, there's great gratitude, because there's a lot of teams that would love to be in this position. Jimmy Butler has been on a tear, and he has had a lot of help from Bam Adebayo. The veterans Love and Lowry have also been important pieces for Miami, along with role players like Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, and Max Strus. The Miami Heat are averaging 113 points on 46.9% shooting and allowing 109 points on 45.5% shooting. Jimmy Butler is averaging 31 points and 6.6 rebounds, while Bam Adebayo is averaging 18 points and 9.2 rebounds. Gabe Vincent is the 3rd double-digit scorer, and Max Strus is grabbing 3.5 rebounds. The Miami Heat are shooting 36.8% from beyond the arc and 79.3% from the free throw line. The Miami Heat are allowing 33.8% shooting from deep and are grabbing 41.3 rebounds per game. The Boston Celtics trailed 3-2 in their second round series against the Philadelphia 76ers, and it did not look good after they got smoked at home in Game 5. It took an epic 16-point fourth quarter by Jason Tatum to escape Philadelphia with a win in Game 6, and that Tatum dominance carried over into Game 7 on Sunday. Tatum had a game for the ages, the greatest Game 7 ever, as he dropped 51 points and grabbed 13 rebounds in the Celtics' 112-88 win. It's a movie, said Celtics guard Marcus Smart, reported Yahoo Sports. It's a big movie. Being able to just sit back, eat your popcorn, and watch. Sometimes we do get in that mode where we forget we're on the court playing with him, and we've got to continue to play, because he's able to make shots at a high difficulty and get hot like he did tonight. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Smart only had 7 points, but he was a plus 31, second only to Tatum. Jaylen Brown added 25 points and 6 rebounds with Boston. The Boston Celtics are averaging 115.5 points on 48.7% shooting and allowing 108 points on 44.3% shooting. Jason Tatum is averaging 28 points and 10.6 rebounds, while Jaylen Brown is averaging 25 points and 3.4 assists. Marcus Smart is the 3rd double-digit scorer, and Malcolm Brogdon is grabbing 4.1 rebounds. The Boston Celtics are shooting 39.5% from beyond the arc and 82.1% from the free throw line. The Boston Celtics are allowing 35.3% shooting from deep and are grabbing 44 rebounds per game. Looking at the betting trends, the Celtics are 39-17 against the spread in their last 56 games, playing on 3 or more days rest, and 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 games overall. The Celtics are 10-4 against the spread in their last 14 home games, 11-3 against the spread in their last 14 games against a team with a winning record, and 12-5 against the spread in their last 17 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 8-2 in the last 10 meetings in Boston, and the Heat are 13-5 against the spread in the last 18 meetings in Boston. The Boston Celtics just played a grueling series against the Philadelphia 76ers, but despite that matchup going the distance. Game 7 looked like a cakewalk for Boston as Jason Tatum hunted the regular season MVP and popped off for a record-setting 51 points in a blowout. Boston displayed why they are arguably the best shot-creating offense in the NBA and why they are heavily favored in this series. However, the amount by which the Miami Heat are being downplayed here is disrespectful. Miami has already made history on their way to this Eastern Conference Finals. They made the Milwaukee Bucks the first #1 seed in NBA history win under 2 playoff games. Then, they took care of business easily against the New York Knicks despite Jimmy Butler dealing with an ankle injury and remaining fairly passive as a scorer over the last 2 games of that series, and the team shooting just 31% from deep despite getting primarily open looks for 6 games. Both of these points are keys to why the line for Game 1 is set as it is and why that shouldn't be the case. For starters, Butler should be much more aggressive in this revenge spot from the get-go, knowing that he must play like he did in the first round to give the team a shot. He knew that he did not need to do so to beat the Knicks and used it as an opportunity to facilitate and get past New York. Additionally, Miami's three-point shooting should see positive regression after a rough go from beyond the arc in the second round. For Boston, they are about to face their toughest matchup yet in the NBA playoffs, the defensive scheme of head coach Erik Spoelstra. The Celtics' offense has gotten cold often during the season when seeing a zone defense, and that was on full display when Philadelphia showed them zone in their playoff series. Boston's dynamic duo of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown will also have to deal with the defense of Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and secret weapon off the bench, Haywood Highsmith, who has held Tatum to 2-14 from the field on 53 partial possessions this season. The Celtics are just about at full strength while the Heat are still missing Tyler Herro, and they are keeping an eye on Cody Zeller, who is listed as questionable. The Celtics come into this series as the more tested team given that they had to survive a 7-game series against the 76ers, and they are expectedly favorites in Game 1. But I just feel the line might be too high for this one. The Heat were good enough to win 2 games against the Celtics in the regular season, and they are the more rested team. For the 3rd time in 4 years, the Miami Heat and Boston Celtics are squaring off in the Eastern Conference Finals. Miami won the first go-around in 2020 while the Celtics took care of business last year. Boston has had a tendency to play loose at home in the playoffs, and coming off that historic Game 7 win, I see them having a possible letdown here. Miami will be rested and ready to go, looking to steal one here. In the 4 meeting between the two this year, 3 were decided by less than the spread for this game. The Boston Celtics are going to get the benefit of the doubt, especially at home, but these teams know each other well as this will be the 3rd playoff meeting in the last 4 years. The Heat also have the rest advantage and have been doubted all playoffs yet keep winning and covering numbers. In fact, the Heat are 9-5 against the spread in their last 14 games as an underdog, and 8 of those 9 covers were outright victories. 5 of the Heat's 8 playoff wins have come when they were underdogs. This spread with the extra rest for Miami is too much, and the Heat should continue to perform well in dogfights on the road in the playoffs. Miami is a league best 8-3 against the spread in the playoffs, and Boston is just 9-10 against the spread this season on 2 to 3 days of rest, and 5-8 against the spread since the All-Star break when favored by at least 8 points. This line is disrespectful, so the Miami Heat to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. As mentioned earlier, a key to this series will be the aggressive offensive attack from the Miami Heat and their positive regression shooting the ball. On the other end of the court, expect Miami to force the ball out of the hands of the generational talent that is Jason Tatum and force role players to make shots. In Game 7 against the 76ers, Celtics players not named Tatum or Jaylen Brown combined to go 6 for 1-7 from 3. Expect the Heat to force higher volume and higher pace out of them, especially by upstarting a transition game. In these teams' 2 head-to-head season meetings where Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown all played, Boston took a 111-104 road win and Miami took a 120-116 win. Given how both offenses are in rhythm entering this series, even with Miami missing reigning 6th man of the year Tyler Herro, this total line is clearly just too low. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.